Section 9.3 is all about triangles. We've done some of the stuff, but not everything. So the first thing we're going to do is concerning right triangles. And that is one where one of the angles is a right angle, which means it's 90 degrees. And it's always going to be written with a little square here as that right angle. And these are labeled, the sides are A, B, and C, where C is what's called the hypotenuse, and it's always opposite the right angle. And the way to figure this, the sides out, is that A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So you're always going to be given two sides of the triangle, and you're going to have to find the third. So for instance, if you're given 14 and 5 as the two legs, which are the ones that aren't the hypotenuse, you would say 14 squared plus 5 squared equals C squared. 14 squared is 196 plus 5 squared is 25, and that equals C squared. Add these together and you get 221 equals C squared. Then what you do is take the square root of both sides, and so C equals the square root of 221. So you can either type this in as SQRT and in parentheses 221, or if you use the square root button, you can do that. And you can also, I believe on these, so you can leave it like these, or you can do it on a calculator and just do 221, do the square root of it, and round it. If it says to round it somewhere, then do so. If not, round it to like 2 decimal places or so. But if you just leave it as the exact answer, you should get it right. Next, let's say that we have one where we're given the hypotenuse, which is 15, and one of the sides is 11, but we don't know what the third one is. So here, we're still going to do A squared plus B squared equals C squared, but now we don't know what A is, so A squared plus 11 squared equals 15 squared. And when we do this, we're going to say A squared plus 121 equals 225. So A squared equals 104. Take the square root of both sides. So A equals square root of 104, or SQRT, and then in parentheses, the 104. You can also do this on the calculator. You're going to get 10 point something. Okay, so that's how you're going to do the right triangles with the sides. If you are given the C, then make sure that you're going to be subtracting. If you're not, then the C is always opposite the square. And sometimes it's actually just going to call it the hypotenuse, which is what it is. The next thing we're going to do is area. And area equals 1/2 base times height. Now we've done some of these. So let's say that we have this triangle, and the height is 4, and the base is 6. So we're just going to say 1/2 times 4 times 6, or 1/2 times 6 times 4, and that's going to equal 12. Let's say that we're given a right triangle with the base 4, or the height 4, and the base 8. So we're just going to say 1/2 times 8 times 4, which is 16. You could also be given one where you're given the base, but you're not given the height, but you're given that the area equals 10.5. So we're just going to say that the area is 10.5 equals 1/2 times 7 times x. When we do this, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 and get 21 equals 7x. Divide both sides by 7, and so x equals 3. And that's how you'll do one like this. The last part of triangles is going to be the perimeter. And the perimeter equals side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. And that's just the distance around the triangle. So if we're given one side is 20, one side is 25.4, and one side is 24.8, we're going to add those up. We have 20 plus 25.4 plus 24.8. That's 12, 9, 10, 2, 4, 6, 70. So 70.2. So just add up the three sides when you're asked for the perimeter. You could also be given one that's like the one that we did with the area, where we're given that one side is 30.1, one side is 28.9, but we're not given the third, but the perimeter equals 85.4. So we're just going to say 85.4 equals 30.1 plus 28.9 plus x. And we're going to solve just like we did before. Here, we don't need to get rid of the decimals because we're probably going to use them. So 85.4 equals 59.0 plus x. Subtract the 59.0. And we're going to get 26.4 equals x. So those are all the types of questions that you're going to get for 9.3 on triangles.